To Drinkin Bros, presented by Ghostman.com.
Mar or Mayor?
Mayor, like John Mayer.
Yeah. Welcome to Drinkin Bros, kids. Wednesday afternoon. Chrissie Mayr joins us.
Yes.
You've got a weird spelling, dude. You've got a weird spelling.
It's German.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's an abrupt spelling. It's just M-A-Y-R.
Very Nazi-ish.
Yes.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
You're here after the day after, I guess, International Women's Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
So, belated.
I'm a bad driver, so it took me a little bit to get here.
Because you're a woman?
Because I'm a woman.
Yeah.
People have been posting a meme, and it is the rim on a wheel. Mm-hmm. All fucked up on the side, and it just says Happy International Women's Day.
That's really good. That's great.
We're proud of you.
Yeah.
We're proud of you today, okay? Today is your day.
It's my day. It's my month.
It's the day after, which is typical of men, where we're like, oh, fuck, was that the thing that was yesterday?
Is there a
Congratulations.
Is there a Bridezilla version of a woman on internet? Like, there's got to be somebody out there that takes it really seriously.
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
just makes it like a complete pain in the ass for everybody around them.
Half the cast of Love is Blind, I feel like, does that.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, God. I don't know what that is either.
On Netflix,
I haven't seen it.
you date people behind a wall so you don't get to see them.
So,
And
but
then you
they're not
propose.
actually blind.
So it's for ugly people.
Well, sort of. So half of them are ugly, the other half are hot, and then you're kind of stuck. So you only have conversations through a wall. The only way to get out of these rooms is to actually propose to somebody.
Wow.
They accept your proposal, and then you go on a honeymoon.
What do you mean? Wait,
meet
wait,
their
wait,
parents,
wait.
everything else.
The only way to get out of the room, meaning you're held hostage until you marry someone?
Or you can walk out.
Oh, well, I would just walk out.
You can walk out.
Yeah.
Well, if you would have, then you would have missed Shayna. Shayna was super fucking hot. And so, like, that's...
I don't care. This is like the Masked Singer, but with dating. That's fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah.
That's really stupid. All of this is stupid.
It gets aggressive where when you have this, emotional connection with people through a fucking wall, and then you see them, like one guy was just so pissed off that he was just like, I can't, he just kept telling everybody, he was like, oh man, it'd be like fucking my aunt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are there holes in this wall at all?
No, there's no holes.
No,
None? You can't make your own hole?
So there's no glory holes at all.
Oh, is that what you meant? Glory hole?
Well,
did.
there's no tit holes. Like, that'd be sweet if you just plopped a tit through.
Put a tit through a hole?
Yeah. What would you call that? Because ours is a glory hole, so you can't have the glory.
Like a bee hole. Boob. No, that sounds like butthole.
We got one. We got a bee
Yeah.
hole already.
Yeah.
You got to have a tit hole.
Tit hole.
Yeah.
Tit hole's the best word.
Little tea hole.
Isn't that crazy? We have to have a complicated show with rules in order to have basically like traditional values again.
Shallow Hal.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is.
So after this was over, because it is fun to watch, depending upon what happens.
Milk hole.
Two people. Oh, milk hole.
Somebody
Great.
said milk hole.
Who said that?
hole.
That's
Brett.
great.
That's like, isn't there
Brent wins today.
Brett.
the hole that the milk comes out of?
Yeah, a nice little milk hole. But two of the couples ended up married, and then the other ones kind of hated each other and shit, and then it gets kind of violent at the end.
Now, how long is that going to last, that marriage, you think?
So on the first season, they've been married for 3.5 years now.
And that's a marketing thing, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, they're staying married because it's a brand. Certainly.
I can't tell, and that's my whole gripe with like The Bachelor and Bachelorette and all that shit, where I watch it and I'm like, all right, did you guys agree on a brand and like, hey, let's get a ton of social media followers? Like, how does that work?
It's hard to believe that the people are actually falling in love for real because I don't watch these shows anymore. But when I used to, you always hear like, oh, you can't be seen in public, or if you end up with this person, you got to watch it. I don't know. I think it's all kind of like bullshit. It's just meaningless shit aimed at women to like keep them dumb, I think.
Which is what they want. Like even my wife, she was watching last night. She was watching The Bachelorette. Or The Bachelor, I'm sorry. The Bachelorette's the other one, right afterwards. And I was like, why the fuck are you watching this? She was like, it's mindless and dumb, and I just need something on in the background while I'm making dinner for the kids and shit and everything else. So I got roped in last night, and I watched Homeboy because he was down to the final 3, and they had fantasy suites, which means you get to fuck the girls.
Ooh.
So he had sex with all 3, told each one of them, I love you and I'm in love with you. And now I'm like, all right, well, I got to watch the last fucking episode next week.
Why would he tell each of them that he loves them?
I can't figure it out.
Damn.
Yeah. The other thing I couldn't figure out is since you are a lady and you're on the show today, we just named it A Lady Joins Us.
You're assuming that. Ooh, we've not asked.
Yeah,
you don't
you're
know
real,
what's in
right?
my pants. You don't know
Yeah.
what's going on down here.
Well,
I
don't think the lady designation depends on what's in your pants anymore.
You can be whatever you want.
Yeah, it's just what's in your brain or what's in the space where your brain is meant to be.
Yeah.
I guess.
So we wanted to talk about nudes.
Okay, good.
Hope Solo's butthole. Okay.
Okay.
Bob,
Who
can
is
you,
Hope Solo?
soccer star
player. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
the goalie. Bob, pull up Hope Solo's butthole. Real
That's
quick.
probably going to be my fantasy football team name this year.
I know.
But you'll probably have to do B-hole because I don't think
They won't let you do butthole.
we're going to do it on DraftKings. I think. I don't think
so, yeah.
I don't think you can use profanity and shit like that. Although maybe on DraftKings, ESPN doesn't let you do it.
No, B-hole should work.
B-hole will be fine. Yeah.
It should work. But when you lead with nudes, have you ever sent a guy nudes?
I have, but I only boyfriends, and I make sure that it's something that if it were to get out, I would be okay with it. You have to be like proud of it.
You send it to your friend first
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, can you make sure that I don't look like a fucking idiot?"
Really?
Right here?
No, I just,
Yeah,
just
like
send it.
he and I send each other dick pics all the time,
Yeah.
and we
Really?
just send the fucking pictures to our
I didn't
wives.
know you guys were gay.
No, we're not gay.
Yeah,
It's more or less it's art. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's art.
Yeah.
And that's what we love. We're artists.
Dick pic.
It's like a real life NFT from a buddy. And I'm getting paid when I open up the screen, and it's like, oh shit, look at that, dude. That's amazing.
You really send each other pictures of your
No,
dicks?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we do all the time. So there's Hope Solo's butthole right
Oh,
there.
I was expecting a man. I don't know why. You said soccer player.
It's International Women's Day.
Of course.
The
Not
day
a lot.
after.
It looks like someone put a cigarette out, and that's her pussy.
Yeah.
It looks this looks like a burn when you go to a hotel. There's like a burn in the comforter, and that's what her pussy looks
But
like.
this is like, so she was it part of the fappening in like 2017 or whatever?
Yes,
Is that
yeah.
what the iPhone or the Apple?
They were jacking all these celebrities'
This
nudes.
was 2014.
Oh, was
This
it
around,
really
like,
that long ago?
The J-Law happening?
Yeah,
I
it's the
remember
same
that.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the iCloud database breach.
Correct.
That's what
Wow.
it was, yeah. But this is like the main one. And
So that's an 8-year-old beehole. What we're
would you
saying.
ever send that to, not an 8-year-old?
No, not an 8-year-old. The photo is 8 years
Oh my
old.
God.
Yeah.
I'm like, get it off.
We do some wild shit on here. That's not one of them. Okay,
Yeah,
I
like-
have an 8-year-old.
Like
The
she's
photo is 8 years old.
That photo is.
She's showing you both of her holes, almost her mouth as well, but she's making direct eye contact with
Wow.
the camera. This is a very interesting.
If you
thing to
squint, it
send
looks like
somebody.
that's her mouth, and she's yelling at you like, oh.
Somebody should definitely draw a mouth around that thing. And
Like she's yodeling.
The butthole is a dimple in the chin, I guess. I don't
when
know.
Yeah.
you lead with that, you know that girl's down to party. Where you're just like, oh shit, dude.
She's very upfront. She's
Yeah.
letting you know where she's at right away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
no way you receive that picture and don't immediately think that she's down to do anal, right?
Yeah, I think you would.
I think you would. Yeah. And I believe
why are
she's
we
still
even talking
married to
about
that
this?
guy. Because I needed a woman's perspective on this, where it's like, all right, great. No one leads with this. So is it the confidence?
It's confidence. This is a shot like this girl wants you to, like whoever she's going to send that photo to, she wants you to go down on her. That's what she's trying to, like, that's the POV shot right there.
Yeah.
But if a girl's just going to send a butthole shot, she's going to do like the classic over your shoulder in a mirror. That way you get like the whole ass. Like it's an ass picture with some b-hole. But this
Yeah.
is like, she wants you to think you're going down on her.
Yeah, and I think she ended up getting married. Was it Jeremy Stevens, the tight end?
Stevens, and she also beat up Jeremy Stevens' like nephew.
Correct. Yeah.
Remember
Oh,
that?
no.
But he probably had it coming, right?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
For sure.
Probably.
So they were two tight ends
Goddamn right.
involved in this relationship.
Goddamn right there were. You know who won the fight, by the way?
She did.
Yeah, she beat the shit out of this guy.
Well, she's a professional
And he called the
athlete.
cops.
Wow, that sucks.
Isn't that crazy? How do you
How
live that down?
embarrassing.
Yeah,
How embarrassing for a dude.
I know.
Yeah.
Because I bet Hope Solo could take a few punches.
But there's a lot of women out there beating up their dudes, and I just feel like we're not talking about it. Because the guys themselves probably aren't talking about it.
No,
It's
because
embarrassing.
if you're a guy, that's a shameful thing. You hide.
Well, you
Yeah.
don't have a lot of recourse as a man to deal with that sort of thing, right? Like you can't just fucking wail on her.
It's not fair.
I mean,
No.
you can, but
I mean, you could tee off.
there's gonna be consequences, right?
Unless you're John Jones, then it's kind of this will be swept under the rug in 8 months, and then you can fight again. Like he's able to beat it.
Just don't bet on games.
That's it. Yeah, you can't bet on games.
Like
Then you're in some serious trouble.
You can beat your wife.
Yeah.
You can punch a woman in the face as hard as you can in an elevator, but definitely don't bet on games
Ever.
to win.
Yeah, it's a win.
Calvin Ridley kind of fucking got wild on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
This weekend.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He
Who's
didn't give a
that?
fuck.
That's another person with a butthole that I'm going to
He's
look at?
He's another athlete.
presumably
football
he
player.
does have
Oh,
a
okay.
butthole. Though.
I think he does have a butthole. I haven't seen it, but I think he does. You ever punched a dude or been punched by a dude?
No, I've been slapped. and I've
Somebody
been, like,
said you got robbed by some lady.
I've been like slapped and spanked, but never like punched.
No, we're not talking about sexual shit.
Not
we're talking
sexual.
about abuse.
Abuse, where it was
yeah.
just like, hey, I said fucking skim milk. This is whole milk, bitch. And
Yeah.
you got like a rap on the beak.
I got a rap on the behind because he got really upset that I was going to yoga, and he thought I was flirting with the yoga teacher, who was like pretty gay and like slim and like small framed, and he was just like very jealous.
That's Giorgio. You just
Yeah.
named Giorgio, our producer, right there. Very slim,
Yeah.
tiny little
Yeah, he
man,
kinda
yoga instructor. I could
Like a
see you
yoga Aw.
getting into yoga, Giorgio. What, dude?
Giorgio goes to yoga to pick up chicks. He has since we lived in fucking North Carolina.
That's a smart idea. That's
Yeah.
where they're all at.
Yes, it is.
Are they?
Yeah, dude.
God damn it, man. I've never gone. How
And
is
then
it?
You'd
go-
be looking at this butthole view every other day. We
Here's-
got a lot of see-through
I know.
But
pants in yoga.
Here's the problem. You think dating a normal woman, you have to put up with astrology and that stupid bullshit. Go into the yoga community, and it's way worse. Like, it's exponential retarded bullshit.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why does every girl these days rollerblade? Why is that a
This is
thing?
I think that's a
strange trend that's
it's
going
hip-
back.
it's-
flirty, retro.
No, it's hipster bullshit.
It is. And the roller skates, it's like, stop. The time for that was the 90s.
So the blades I can understand.
Well, they're
Because
just trying to look-
That you can go really fast and get there.
That's not what
Skates,
it's about.
you're gonna trip and
It's
fall.
not what it's about. They're trying to transport themselves back to a time when they were actually happy. That's what it really is. And I don't mean that towards
You're not
those
wrong.
people specifically. I mean, everybody's looking for that sort of thing. That's why
Yeah.
people are so into nostalgic bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, man, it was... And they weren't even happier back then. They just can't remember how fucking sad they were then. Everybody... Life is bullshit, wall to wall.
You have different problems.
It was
Each
literally
generation.
just a disposable camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. That's why the Polaroids are back.
That's making a comeback, too. And not just
I
Polaroids.
bought my wife one.
But old school, like 100-year-old cameras.
Yep.
That you have to go get developed by a professional are coming back too.
This is
It's
very
really
hipster.
fucking annoying. Go buy yourself a fucking like a, what is it? Sony, not Handycam. What are they called now? The little ones.
The Handycam?
Is it
Is
still
it
a
still,
Handycam?
is it still called a Handycam, or
Yeah.
did they
I don't know. I just got
reboot
one.
it?
I just got one for Brittany the other day.
Okay.
Right. It's like Danny's always got that Leica he's cruising around with. She got a Sony version of it because it's compact, but it's still a 20 or
It's a nice small camera.
a 24 to 200 lens or something like that, I think,
Probably.
on it, which kind of sucks because it's a compact lens. It's not real glass, but it takes good pictures just for something you can stuff in your pocket. That makes sense to me. But having like something that's fucking got a go-kart motor on it,
Yeah.
that you have to stand still for 45 seconds to take the picture, like get the fuck out of here.
You just
man.
don't get the hipster lifestyle, man. Like,
No, I don't, because it's
understand
fucking
Going out of
stupid.
your way for dumb shit.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Taking more time to do things.
I want to see somebody dragging a camera from the late
Yeah.
1800s with wooden legs, set it
Put a
up,
cape over them.
yeah, put a cape over them and take a picture of their food, and just
Yeah.
and then be like, oh, okay, great. You
That
know?
would be really funny.
be awesome.
Or hire one of those people that do like the quick art. Like they do the rap.
Caricature?
Yeah, no, not
Yeah.
like that. Although that would be funny to have some dude.
I like Six Flags.
He spray paints your steak on a fucking wave. It's riding a wave or
Yeah.
riding a go-kart on the beach or some shit like that. That'd be funny.
That'd be really nice. Where are you from?
Long Island.
No shit.
Yeah.
Strong Island.
Strong Island, baby.
Why didn't you leave with Strong Island?
I didn't want to out myself as one of those kinds of Long Islanders, but I realize
you are.
that's everyone.
It's everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to live in New York, and everybody from Long Island, it's super specific, and you'll never.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's running away from it, and then you'll be back there in your grandmother's house.
Really, we sold my grandmother's house.
You did? Did she die?
Yeah. She died a while ago. She died in like 2014.
So now it's your job to go back and buy it.
Was it
To
during
save the family?
Was she in Crimea when the Russians came?
No. She's very pro Ukraine. Those are her last words. Dump out all your Russian vodka. I actually made, because I know I don't have all the answers or even some of the answers on the Ukraine-Russia thing. All I know is that everybody who I despise and don't respect and who's been lying to me the last 2 years is telling me that I need to simp really hard for Ukraine. So I was like, I immediately want to do the opposite. So I made these rootin' for Putin shirts on TeePublic, and they got shut down.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was like, what in this is that I can't say? You can't say Rutin, you can't say the number 4, you can't say Putin. Like, there's plenty of other.
Well, how do they
Putin
know
shirts.
which Putin you're even talking
Exactly.
about?
Yeah,
It's not
dude.
like Hitler where there's only one dude with that name. There's got to be other Putins out there.
One would think. I feel bad for the other Putins that are out there and they can't get T-shirts made.
It's a rough time to be a Putin.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. Everybody who's standing with Ukraine, though, is actually not going to do anything.
No, it's just black square all over again. It's blue and yellow square.
Yeah, it is.
Or it's the 3 needles in your fucking Twitter bio to show that you've had all 3 of the shots.
Shut the fuck up. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it. Is there any way to end my life on air?
Yeah.
People literally have vaxxed and boosted in their Twitter profile. Like, that's like, okay, cool.
And
man.
their Bumble profile.
Oh, boy.
Vaxxed, waxed, and ready to fax.
Something that's free to do is something you can base your whole identity on. Like, that makes you special. It's like, it was free. Like, literally, we were getting nonstop propaganda for a year and a half to get these things. Like, how are you special?
Well, it wasn't free, though. Right?
Well, of course,
because
no.
we've now thrown away 100 million doses because nobody wants them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the government paid for them. So the government of Canada bought. This was after the first wave of vaccinations. They bought, I believe, 4 more doses for everybody in their country, which just doesn't make any sense because viruses mutate. Even if you do believe in the prime efficiency of that vaccination, shit mutates. That we know that it doesn't work on Omicron, which is the predominant variant now, right? Doesn't make any sense.
Nobody cares
So
anymore.
It wasn't free.
It's all over.
It was your tax dollars.
How fast do we not care? It's crazy.
I don't know. We don't care about that fucking black dude that drove into the crowd in Waukesha either, do we?
Well, the car did that.
It was the Jeep.
It was
yeah.
the car, though.
I think
so.
it
was a very Alec Baldwin situation.
I think it was a Ford
Yeah.
Explorer. I don't know if I want to go against Jeep on this.
I think he didn't put his foot on the gas.
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
Just like there was no finger on the trigger.
No, dude, jury's still out on that one. Alec doesn't know if you cock back the hammer on those old school guns, it'll still go off.
It's
like,
just a freak accident.
yeah, dude. R.I.P.
What
to her.
an
She's
idiot.
Ukrainian. You
Oh,
know?
okay.
Have you noticed that he keeps saying we?
Yep.
Like, I hope they don't. I hope. What did he say? God damn it.
We didn't know.
We didn't know.
that the weapons loaded. Like, who's the we in that statement?
Him in the first AD. So,
No.
like, because what he's trying to put on that is that the first AD gave him the gun, which is not his fucking job whatsoever on a set. I mean, I've been on a million movie sets. It's not his fucking job. And that guy's probably going to go to prison now because of it. That should have been handled by somebody else. To me, that budget was probably stretched too thin. Everybody had 2 or 3 jobs. And then homegirl might have gone out the night before partying and
I heard
loaded
that
it with live rounds.
Alec was like shooting people for fun, like shooting things for fun, leading up to this.
I heard that too. And Tim Pool has a crazy theory that it was on purpose. And this is all just a cover-up.
I've heard that too.
And it's
that
like-
whoever she is, she's connected to somebody who's connected to somebody.
No.
Her husband works for the law firm that works for Hillary Clinton. That's the connection.
Yes.
But
Is that true?
He's an associate attorney and has nothing to do with the particular lawsuit in question.
They didn't have any pools they could drown him in, so they had to do it this way.
Yeah. But I kind of get, though, and I don't know where I said this, but I kind of understand just wanting to murder and then looking for an opportunity of, like, could I get away with this? So I think with Alec, he's done everything there is to do in this life. Everything.
Except for kill someone.
Including Kim Basinger. Where it's just like,
Wow.
dude, you've reached your pinnacle. Like, you were it. You were the fucking dude, and then you rolled on into a new family and everything else. Now he's got 5 kids with her.
Wow.
They're all Spanish names, even though she's not Spanish.
With
She pretended to be-
Hilaria?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilaria.
Okay.
Yeah. Or AKA Hillary, just from Connecticut. But
So many
whatever.
of these letters are silent. It's Ilaria. It's actually Ilaria.
Hilaria. But I think at a certain point, he woke up and he was like, fuck, dude. You know what I haven't done in this life? Murder somebody.
You could go do that right now pretty easily. Like, you could fly to Poland right now. They'll give you a gun on the way into Ukraine, and you can just go murder somebody and come back.
Right, but
nobody would ever know.
Not if you're Alec Baldwin. So for Alec Baldwin, he's too famous.
Sean Penn got away with it. He allegedly walked like 14 miles out of the country. He could have murdered somebody on the way. There weren't cameras following him out of there.
Yeah, that and I think that's why he had the hat down. Did you see the photo?
He had the hat down because he was embarrassed he didn't kill somebody.
Can't these people, they can afford fake faces and wigs and such and disguises?
You could. I mean, I would want to kill somebody
dress
myself.
him up like bad grandpa.
Yeah.
And just send him over there, and he's just like, his old balls are hanging out, and he's shooting people. That'd
Yeah.
be pretty funny.
And that photo of him outside, like on the phone with his wife, I bet he was just like, oh, fuck, I killed her. It wasn't what I thought. It wasn't what I thought. It's not fun. It wasn't the fun murder that I
Killer's remorse. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only fun when the other person's trying to kill you.
Right.
Yes.
All the
Well, I
people
don't know.
you've murdered, there's got to have been one that you were just like, meh. Fuck that guy.
There's something deeply satisfying at the biological level for a man to have someone try to kill you and you kill them first.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the most satisfying thing that can happen as a human being.
But wasn't there...
Your dick just goes, ah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But wasn't there just one where it was just like, you knew it was just kind of like a peanut butter knife, and you were like, well, just to be safe, better blow this guy away.
Look, taking out the garbage is not always fun. Sometimes you just
Sometimes
have to
it
do
leaks on your shoes.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to do it.
Are we saying murder now is taking out the garbage?
In these circumstances, yes. People that spend their lives victimizing other people, then yeah, that's garbage. And
Okay.
I'm gonna kill as many of those people as I can.
Okay. So with Alec, that's where my theory lies, by the way. I think he woke up and was just like,
I wanna
shit,
kill
dude.
someone.
I've done it all. There's nothing else I could possibly do. He's had threesomes, fivesomes, six,
Ugh.
you name it, right?
Okay.
But you got to pull up him in the 80s with Kim Basinger. Show me 80s Baldwin.
Was he hot?
Yes. Like, he was the best looking dude there was. He was one of the biggest movie stars on the planet. And yeah, dude, he's done it.
He's done it all. He's like, you know what? I'll kill a woman.
That's a terrible picture, Bob. Not that. And that's his
Oh.
brother. Come on,
Looks
Bob.
like Aaron Berg.
No,
with
that's
hair.
not his
than
brother.
that.
That's Alec.
That's Alec Baldwin.
No, it is, yeah. Find a better one. Yeah, where he's shirtless. Just fucking chilling, dude.
Nah.
I know now, right? But in the
The
80s.
80s hot, yeah.
80s hot,
So
dude.
hard to separate his personality, even from like younger, hotter him.
I understand it. But you got to get rid of it for the time being and then focus on this guy who's kind of jacked up. And look, he's got a gun there. Proper trigger discipline in this photo, too.
You can't really tell. What kind of?
Yeah,
You
no,
can see
fingers going around.
Yeah, you
the,
can see his index finger.
zoom-
no, is it on the...
Zoom in on the gun.
No,
a little
it's
bit.
going. It's not on the trigger. It's outside. Whatever you call that.
Zoom in on that weapon. Is that a Desert Eagle? Can you put it back on the screen so
Yeah.
I can see it?
50 cal.
Yeah, it's a Desert Eagle. That might be the 9mm version though. It's hard to tell.
That's a nice piece, Alec.
Yeah.
I've never seen him with that tattoo. It looks like a turtle. Maybe he saved that turtle.
Well, he helped get plastics outlawed in California, so
Yeah.
save turtles. I've actually been murdering turtles. Anytime
Taking a straw and jamming it through there.
Anytime
Yeah.
any environmentalist does something, I do the exact opposite. Like coal rolling, remember that stupid shit?
Oh, yeah.
With those dum-dums with their fucking Cummins diesels, like just stepping on the gas and dudes putting their heads over the exhaust. Just fucking fumes going like, yeah, dude, that's why dudes don't live long.
No. Yeah, you ever huff Poe?
No. Huffington Post?
No.
Like Ariana.
No.
No, I've never huffed anything.
Huff potpourri.
No.
Yeah, I had a college roommate who I came home.
What?
Oh yeah.
What does that mean? Like
Came
to
home-
get high?
Yeah, to get high. So you
Drugs are fucking cheap.
Oh, so is potpourri. So it's the spray one. So I come home and I'm trying to piece it together, right? And I'm like, the fuck's going? Because he's lying on the floor
Like,
and
why
he's
does it smell
out,
like cinnamon
and he's
everywhere?
got exactly. He's got foam like all over his face.
Oh.
And I'm like, and I look on the floor. So he's stretched out like a snow angel, right? And on the floor is a can of potpourri. The rose.
You mean spray, right?
the
Not
spray,
like I'm
correct.
thinking a bundle. I'm thinking
Nope.
like
Yeah.
a bag.
No.
at a
I've-
store.
so it's the spray.
I've seen that with the canned air before.
Yeah,
but
so-
never a potpourri.
So with potpourri, it was the can and then a rag over it, and then I saw some of the shit that was on his mouth and nose in this rag, and I was like, so finally when he came to, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? And he goes, oh man, weed was dry on the campus, and he goes, well, there's no weed, and he goes, I had to resort to huff and Poe.
Wow.
I was like, you're huffing potpourri? And I was like, what's that high like? And he goes, dude, just wrap the rag around your face and then do. And I'm like, no, I'm all good on that. But apparently a lot of people do it, and I was unaware. And I didn't
Damn.
know until I went to a Costco and tried to buy a computer spray. And we were getting them for the
the one
office.
that comes out of the long straw.
Yeah, the long tube. And I'd grabbed two things, and they were like, sir, you can only have one. And I was like, why? And then I was like, we have a fuck ton of computers in the office. I was like, I'm just going to give everybody one. And they were like, no, dude, people are getting high off this shit. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Wow.
And then it triggered.
Well, they added
Huff and Puff.
they added an oil-based chemical to the liquid or to the canned air to make it like it's an irritant. So if you try to do it like that, it just tastes so bad people won't do it anymore.
Ugh.
Really?
But that's not stopping me with DMT.
No.
DMT tastes like shit, and I smoke it almost every day.
Tastes like shit?
Really?
It tastes really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes like if you cut a tennis ball in half and then lick the inside of it. That's kind of what it tastes like.
God.
But actually,
Well-
if you cut a tennis ball in half and set it on fire, then lick the inside of it. That's kind of what it
All right,
tastes
because I was going to say, whenever somebody cracks open a fresh can of tennis
That's
balls.
the best smell.
I
like.
know,
Yeah,
I
but that's the
fucking love it.
outside.
It's like-
That's the outside of the
Yeah.
ball. That's not the inside burned rubber part. It stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's burnt, I understand. But yeah, cracking open a Fresh can of tennis balls. Whew. It's like sniffing my grandfather's bicycle
So
seat.
nice. It's like a new shoe smell.
Yeah.
If I was in college now with all the, like, I just have DMT and weed vape pens, I wouldn't be in college.
No.
I would be in a field somewhere.
Too many
Yeah.
distractions.
Yeah,
Too many
there's no
distractions.
fucking way.
Did you go to college, Chrissy?
Yeah, I got a bachelor's in communication from Fairfield U and a minor in women's studies.
I was going to say, isn't that a women's college?
No, but it might as well have been. No, it was a big nursing school, so there's a lot of chicks there.
Yeah, whenever a dude is a nurse, it weirds me out. I was in the hospital
like it.
recently.
It's not right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I had a couple dudes, and I was just like, oh, fuck, man. This feels weird.
It does feel weird.
Like, you got to touch my dick.
It's not. Yeah, I
You-
feel
well,
it
if
seems
you-
like the easy way out. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you maintain eye contact, then you maintain dominance. If you avert your gaze, then you give him the power. That's the problem.
You have to look at him
nurses.
the whole time while he's touching your balls.
I had no
Wow.
confidence in
That's
myself.
kinda
Yeah, I had no confidence in myself, and I didn't give him eye contact at all.
You have to.
I
You
had to
fucked
look
up.
away.
If you run into that guy on the street right now, he's gonna fucking dominate.
He
you.
owns me.
Yeah.
He owns my soul, and I'll let him have that. I just had zero confidence, and like I had no cock. Like I had nothing to me in the hospital. Like everything just kind of
Why
shrivels
were you in the
up.
hospital?
Pneumonia.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was for a long time. But like you have no. It's hard to describe.
It's hard to be confident in a hospital.
It is because you're stuck and you're connected to so much shit that they have to tell you when to move and then they wipe you and all that other shit. So like the whole thing is just very degrading. Where you're like, oh man, I don't have any confidence here to be like, yeah. Why don't you hold my wiener up a little higher? There you go. Like that's what I really wanted to say, but I couldn't, and I just sat there and took it. You know.
You're drinking juice out of something with a foil cover. It's nothing is good.
Oh no, you have to tap the thing, and then they'll bring you 3 ice chips, and then they feed it to you. So like
Whoa.
that slowly knocks down your confidence as well. Where a grown man's also got to give you 3 ice chips, and then you suck on it right in front of him. So you have to suck it until it turns into water because you're not supposed to have water.
You're thinking like you're thinking like a poor person. think like a patrician, like a Roman would make
Like
the
you're
slave
being tended to.
Yeah, the Roman would make the slave fluff both of them. So
You just
they
say,
would,
fetch me things.
They would finger blast the woman and jack off the dude until they're ready to go. Then they fuck. Then maybe they fuck the slaves afterward and all that shit. And it never comes up that you might be embarrassed by the opinion of the slave. And in my opinion, nurses are slaves.
Okay. That's a bold step. By the way, the slaves were white that Dan was describing, and I want to clarify that. But no, with that, as this process goes along, I just when he had to reach me up and change my fucking diaper and shit, I was just like,
yeah, but at least
damn,
you're not the
dude.
president of the United States and having Secret Service grab you by your ankles and lift your legs up and fucking wipe your ass and then powder your butthole because he's definitely getting his diaper changed by Secret Service.
You think so?
Yeah.
Is that how that works? There's not a nurse or something
we
on
joke
hand?
about it, but you think there's actually diapers?
I think he's
Yes.
probably wearing a diaper, yeah.
You
Because he shit
did you see him
himself.
walking across the White House lawn?
Yeah.
It was a poop walk.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Like just
That was a
working it
poop
out.
walk for sure. 100%. And he also shit himself in front of the Pope.
Yeah, Bob,
Right.
pull up the poop
Heard
walk.
about that.
And then
the
he
poop walk for it.
also crop dusted the fucking Duchess of Cornwall.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she wouldn't stop talking about it.
It's been a huge press story over there, and they refuse to report on it here. But I think crop dusting is real. Are you a conservative comedian?
No, I'm friends with too many porn stars, I think, to accurately be in that category. But it's tricky. A lot of people do call me that because I'm kind of like
Online, yeah, 'cause when we were looking you up,
anti-woke, formerly leftist, formerly feminist. So
Well, Russell
maybe more
Brand
libertarian.
is alt-right too now.
Yeah, well, allegedly.
Russell
so
Brand.
little to be alt-right.
Yeah, allegedly.
Russell Brand
Yeah.
is all right.
Yeah.
Like the dude who, if he could, would suck his own dick for sure, is all right. Like, get the fuck out of here.
He's
man.
tried. Show her the poop walk real quick.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and pop that up on full screen. There we go. Look at that.
Oh, just gotta make it to the bird.
No. Damn it.
Like, human beings do not walk like that.
That is weird.
Look at the puffiness right around the belt line. He's wearing a diaper, and he's
Yeah.
pooped that diaper.
He's pooped that diaper right there.
That's not that. There's no pair of pants that
What
would
a
be that tight
weird
around his waist,
yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
or be that would protrude like that around his waist.
So is he getting on a ship there, or
I think
where's
it's
he going?
Marine
He's just
One,
gotten
right?
off.
Marine One.
Marine One,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, thank God, because all I kept thinking, I saw the car, And that's the first time I thought about this, where if you had to go into a car after that, that means because there's so much press, yes, you're sitting in it. So at least then he could just walk in. Yeah. There you can just walk right in and just ask for your nurse, you know?
Yeah, if you look...
my diaper!
If they pull out, if they zoom out on the Oval Office, on the left-hand side, you can see one of those baby changing stations. But
No way.
I definitely made that up.
He's got stirrups. I bet you there's a pair of stirrups in the White House.
There's probably a pair of stirrups left over from Bill Clinton, right? Maybe a speculum in the Resolute desk as well.
God.
That would be awesome if you walked in. There's the Lincoln bedroom, and now we have the Clinton stirrup room. Would you like to see where to put your legs in? That would be great.
I mean, they have that chamber down near the mess hall where, God, who was it? Somebody used to sneak in prostitutes. Was it JFK, maybe?
Yeah. He used to sneak in prostitutes, and then Clinton did as well. And then actresses, like he didn't give a fuck.
Jackie Kennedy found Marilyn Monroe's underpants in their bed.
Did she sniff them?
Probably.
She probably did.
would've.
She wore them. She just walked in. Fucking JFK sitting on the bed reading the fucking presidential daily brief, and she just walks in with them on her head. And he's like,
What is this?
What is that? And he's like, I don't fucking know what that
You
is.
like my new hat? And then just watch his face.
Yeah.
You should probably wash your face because
You're about to get the 7-year itch on your face.
she literally was in a movie called The 7-Year Itch. So
That's great.
you may want to scrub up.
Prostitute is the way. As long as you can do your job, I don't really care about the prostitution aspect of it. Like, even with Clinton, we say this on the show all the time. I don't think he should have been impeached for that. Like, why waste the time and money on that stupid shit? Like,
Yeah.
the public shame and his wife fucking dealing with it is enough for me. Like, just go lead the country. I don't care. And if you're a great leader and you have to get your dick sucked to be a great leader, congratulations. You know, we should have a room for that.
Yeah.
It's a small price to pay.
I agree.
It's very hypocritical what they pick and choose to like be moral on.
Well, the impeachment function has never been used for its intended purposes. Not once in the history of this country. Not once.
Yeah.
As like a fuck you.
It's always a fuck you. It's never like you actually did something super fucked up. Maybe Nixon, I guess.
He wasn't impeached. They threatened it and he resigned.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
Fuck.
Andrew Johnson got impeached because Lincoln gets killed. Andrew Johnson takes over. The Northern folks had a different idea of what Reconstruction would look like. The Secretary of Defense, it was the Secretary of War at the time, decided that he wanted to put Northern troops in the South to enforce Reconstruction and blah, 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 right? And Johnson disagreed. He wanted to, his opinion, or at least his narrative on it was he wanted to heal the nation or whatever the fuck. But Congress passed a rule saying that that presidents were no longer allowed to appoint their own cabinet members or dismiss their own cabinet members. And it only lasted for 2 years until he was impeached and out of office. When Ulysses S. Grant came into office, they repealed it.
Okay.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So many interesting facts.
We're not
You're a history
just
person?
podcast hosts. We're also educators.
And then the second
Educators.
time it was used was Clinton, and it was for that's a whole fucking situation where they were trying to impeach him for getting his dick sucked. But what they actually impeached him for was just lying about getting his dick sucked.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't for getting his dick sucked. It was
lying about it.
But
Yeah.
it's none of your fucking business that he got his dick sucked.
No.
And then with Trump, obviously, it was nonsense. A call that Zelensky himself said was not coercion.
Yeah.
Like, that dude said 3 separate times. You can go look it up on fucking internet right now. Zelensky, the guy who was he was allegedly being coerced, said, I wasn't being coerced.
Right.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's not once in the history of the United States has impeachment been used for its intended purpose.
No. What were you going to say?
Do people tell you that you kind of give them like a Ryan Reynolds vibe?
No. It's usually Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, Forrest
I get a lot
Whitaker.
of Forrest Whitaker. I get this one wandering eye sometimes that goes off, and it's kind of at half mast. So I get a lot.
And he's
of
wearing
that.
a lot of makeup right now, too. He's
Tons.
Okay.
a lot darker.
Tons.
White
yeah.
face.
Yeah. I go in white face for the show, and then I can be myself afterwards.
Makes
Because
sense.
if anybody knew that I was black, it would really fuck things up. Like my parents would be pissed.
You'd
I don't know.
lose
You could
sponsorships.
get away
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
get away with.
Well, Yeah.
saying the
Italian? Oh, right. The end.
the N word. Yeah. Whoa. You're allowed 9, so choose them carefully over the next hour.
okay.
Okay. You're allowed 9. Is that? She didn't use it, right? She
Not
didn't-
yet,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Cool.
No.
We're double checking.
I said and word, A-N-D.
Okay, cool.
The
We're
N word.
just saying, okay? Okay, no hard R's here, All right.
Okay.
For anything. Even trigger.
Not even ginger? I have to say
no,
ginger?
dude, ginger. Yeah, you got to go ginger, okay?
Or you could just say daywalker.
Right.
Daywalker.
That's true, yeah.
Soulless.
It's getting really complicated.
It is. You know what isn't complicated? Our sponsors, though. We get sponsors to put this fucking show on the air.
Yeah, people
Crazy,
actually
right?
pay us to do
I
this.
believe it.
Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. It's over this shoulder. God damn it. How long have I been sitting on camera and I don't even know? Camera right and left here. Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 40% off the bundle packages. It's the adjustable base. There's the mattress sandwiched together. 40% off. Have you slept in a ghost bed?
No.
God, they're delightful.
Is it like a see-through bed?
No, but they're white like a ghost.
I'm sold. You had me at white.
Have you ever bought a mattress that wasn't white?
No.
Maybe blue, I guess. But I've never seen anything other than those.
A black mattress? I don't think I've ever seen one.
I mean,
I'm trying to think. I think a water bed is the closest I've seen, but that's blue.
Yeah, it's like a bladder, though. That's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's not the same. Not the same. They don't have water beds here. They got mattresses. Why? Because they're shipping them to your fucking house in a goddamn box. And if they were shipping water, well, it wouldn't make it that far. Now, if you want 30% off everything in the entire store, just use the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. Ghost pillows, sheets, mattresses, adjustable, whatever. If you just want them separately, just put it all in the fucking cart. You get 30% off there.
But equal.
Separate but equal, obviously. Racist.
No, it's Plessy versus Ferguson. Man.
No, I understand that. But I'm still looking at her eyes because I feel like she's about to use one of the 9. One of the 9. Don't do it.
Maybe if it was Aaron Berg, he would do it.
Probably.
Or Gino would definitely do it.
Probably.
Oh, man. Yep.
Ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros offers a 60-month pay-as-you-go, no-interest program. So all the deals that I mentioned, you can pile them together. Walk out of there with a brand new mattress set for $20-25 a month. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Next up, hardafseltzer.com. Seltzer's here. It's out into the world. We ship to 42 states. I just got my notifications today. All my shit is shipping, dude.
Yeah, mine's going to be here on Friday.
Is it really? Boners, dude. Boners.
I mean,
we got a limited amount here, and everybody keeps drinking it. You've got the strawberry shortcake.
So good.
I've got the peach. What are you drinking, Dan?
Strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, that's your fave.
It's my second fave, but I've been drinking it more lately because I don't want to. You know how when you first start enjoying something and you overdo it? I don't want to overdo the lemon lime in the beginning.
I understand that.
Yeah, I'm also going to start mixing it. We had the idea earlier of mixing lemon lime with a
Vodka?
blueberry.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
I'd be down on that.
And then
the blue ras?
Yeah, I think that's going to be good. I haven't tried it yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, and then last but not least, drinkinbros.com/store. Dan's got the Defund Politicians hoodie on. He's got the new hat. I got the new Flex Fits on. Good to go here. Fucking merch store stocked.
It's awesome.
Bro box. Get a fucking bro box. That'll ship to your house once a month.
What's in
all
the bro
kinds
box?
of shit.
That's
a great question. It's a mystery every month.
Yeah, it's a mystery, but it's a T-shirt and a couple other items that aren't available anywhere else. We have some new things too. You can click.
Did they make a Pork of the Sea sweatshirt?
Put it back on the goddamn.
No
yes.
fucking
yeah, so
way,
Pork of
dude.
the Sea on the sweatshirt. There is go back to the menu.
I want the Pork of the Sea sweatshirt. I didn't know we had that.
There's some new black on black items, which is super racist.
Yeah.
But people like that subdued look, and then there's.
But it's a black on black hoodie, not a black on black crime.
Well, if you add Skittles and a T to that hoodie, then it becomes problematic, right?
Yeah, Arizona.
Yeah.
So go back. And there's the Mandate Freedom design that's made out of all guns.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because guns are how you acquire freedom and how
cool.
you maintain it as well. And then if you go back down to the third row, I think, right there, the left, 13 of them.
Those are all for all proceeds go to the
to SaveOurAllies.org.
Yeah.
They're doing stuff in Afghanistan still. They're doing stuff in a couple other countries, and primarily right now in Poland, getting Ukrainians out of Poland.
Yeah, Nick Palmashano is over there. Is Dakota over there?
Yeah, Nick, Dakota, Mike Simpson, and Chad Robichaux are all over there right now.
All right.
Doing stuff. And this money goes towards, we raise money otherwise to pay for all their logistics and shit like that, but this money goes towards people who are resettling in new areas. So it goes directly to people that need it, not necessarily for funding.
So nobody's using the money for Sean Penn, just to be clear.
To be honest, if anybody used the money to murder Sean Penn, how upset would people really be about that?
I don't know one person.
Yeah.
Including his ex-wife. I think everybody would be fine with
Madonna would definitely be fine.
Look at
with
this guy.
Yeah.
Good luck.
What do you got? Oh, look at that.
Remember,
Oh,
you know
boy.
that? What's that fucking?
Looks like an old mushroom.
Come at me, War.
That meme,
Yeah.
that meme, that meme of Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons saying "I'm helping."
Yeah.
That's what that is right there.
I'm helping.
My cat's breath smells like cat food.
Yeah. So Brittany's got all kinds of. Anyways, back to that. Brittany's got all kinds of new shit coming in the fucking merch store.
Yeah.
It's a great store.
Yeah,
That's dope.
We're working on a special package that's going to include some pit vipers and a fanny pack that Laszlo Lopez
Oh,
and
shit.
Brittany are designing
Yes,
together
dude.
right now.
What's up?
What is a pit viper?
Pit
Pit
Viper,
Viper.
the sunglasses?
Like the action sports glasses.
The ones that are
people-
really reflective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is everybody wearing those right now?
Because they're fucking hilarious.
Well, they're fun. I will say two things. They're fun and flirty, right? But they're also, they really fucking work.
Okay.
We have no affiliation with Pit Viper. I tried. I called them and I was like, 'cause some of the sponsors that we really like a lot, I'll just directly call them and be like, hey, dude, we eat this shit all the time or
Yeah.
drink it or wear it or whatever it is.
That's great.
I called Pit Viper and they were like, dude, we don't have any marketing money. They market themselves. And it's true.
Yeah.
Everybody who wears a pair ends up in some photo somewhere doing something fucked up and wild. There's a picture of Laszlo. We did a photo shoot with Laszlo Lopez. There it is. Pop that up on screen.
Wow.
For the seltzer, yeah. So we pay supermodels
Yeah, he
to
looks like he's
promote
going fast. Like you wear those, it looks like you're going fast.
really fast. Really fast.
it's very aerodynamic as well.
Like you almost forget he's Mexican.
You can't though.
you can't.
You can't.
Yeah.
With the
It's an
mustache and the mullet.
afterthought, you know?
Is it though? Is it?
You notice the glasses first, and then you're like, oh, he might be Mexican.
Is that really? I've noticed the Mexicanness first and then the glasses. But that's me. I kind of separate everybody by race, just because I feel like that's where we need to be. You know,
It's the lime and the Modelo.
the media wants
Yeah.
us to do it. Therefore, I'm going to do it.
The one overall is great.
Yeah, that's very Boys to Men.
It's making a comeback though. It's not just Philly anymore.
No.
It's down to Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Usually, if you had walked around in the 1990s when everybody else was doing that in Texas, you would get your ass kicked. But now it's fine.
The fact that he did this walking around Austin, we sent him out and did a photo shoot with the seltzers. The reason I'm laughing so hard is you see.
Well, just play the video.
Well,
just play it.
we can't because of the music. But
Wait, what's the music?
The music is Kanye.
Oh well, we're not going to monetize after all this butthole
He's
talk.
not going to
earlier.
watch this.
We're not going to monetize.
We could also
this.
just play without the music.
Yeah, play without the music. It's only
that's
20
fine.
seconds.
Which one?
Lopez doing the
It's on the Drinkin' Bros page. It's
karate kicks.
Yeah, go to Drinkin' Bros.
Yeah, I was.
You go to Drinker's
Instagram.
podcast.
It's
But when
I
you
got
do
it.
these photo shoots, okay, yeah, you can put it up on screen. Just don't play the volume. There you go. Because we'll get flagged for it.
yeah. If
for
you need to
Kanye.
know how to roundhouse, though, I mean,
This guy will definitely
Wow.
teach you how to roundhouse. And again, we
Swagger.
only pay supermodels to promote Hard AF Seltzer. And this is, look at that jump
Wow.
over that. Did you see how, look at
Pure
the agility.
athleticism.
I know, look at that guy.
Oh, no.
no.
Don't land
Oh.
in there. Ew.
Saved it just in
No,
the nick of
and
time.
the street juice.
yeah, but he's still happy
Look at how happy
of
he
the
is.
because of the booze.
Because of the booze.
So
And that's what we
Wow.
do here. But what happens is when you do these photo shoots, you use like 8 to 10, and then the rest of them get scrapped, and there's like 1,000.
Yep.
One of them, as I was going through these photos, one of them, he was posing on a bridge in Austin, and there was a cyclist and then a female runner who was like super feminist and whatever. And like, there is the most disgusted look on her face. She's just like, oh God. I'm going to zoom in on it like as much as I can and use that photo over and
You
over
should
again.
have shaken up one of these, opened it on her, dumped it all over her, and then she would have turned into like a beautiful trad woman. That's the power of Hard AF Seltzer.
He didn't know. So I looked at the existing like the rest of the photos coming forward. He didn't know that she was there, or else he might have. He's too polite of a guy though, right, Delco? Like Laszlo's too polite for that. He wouldn't do that.
He's a good dude.
he's not
good
going to be
dude.
rude to people
No.
in person.
No.
Or anywhere, actually, yeah.
But he's getting a Hillary Clinton tattoo on Saturday.
Ew.
Yeah, here. Yeah.
Well, it's you remember that tweet? Happy birthday to this future
president.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
the tweet
he's getting the entire tweet.
Yes, on his
Wow.
person.
You can
Yeah.
pull that up.
There you go. Put that on screen. So we're doing this for episode 1000 next week.
But
This
include-
whole thing is being tattooed, not
Yes,
just
correct.
her photo.
Yeah,
Yep.
but it also including the likes and retweets
Yeah.
and shit. So it's the whole image.
Sean, I need a Instagram card for Will XX, by the way. That's going down on Saturday. He's going to post it.
Did we figure out where he's getting the tattoo yet? Because we had some ethical issues with it.
No one's concerned with your ethical issues.
Yeah, dude.
Bob.
You can't get a picture of a girl this young on your inner thigh.
Not on your inner thigh.
Really?
Top of the thigh, though.
Not. You
How
don't
about
want.
if you make one of Hillary's eyes the butthole? And you
I don't
can't
know
even
if-
see it unless he's fully.
I don't know.
Spread?
I don't know if
over.
Will's
Yeah.
going to be down to tattoo this dude's butt.
No, Will is military. He's not going to want to tattoo a man's asshole. But we're thinking tramp stamp, lower back.
Well, he was
that's a
Army.
fun-
I think if he was a Marine, he would probably be into it.
Okay.
Or
But-
Navy.
Well, Navy, he wouldn't be into the asshole
Those
itself.
the gay ones.
Yeah, he'd be inside of it. Yeah. Are those the gay ones, Dan?
No, to be honest, Navy gets a big rap for being gay, but the Marine Corps is way more gay than the
Okay.
Navy. The Navy's just
Really?
the
Okay.
Navy are just pussies.
Was Donnie a Marine? Was Vet TV
Yeah.
Marines? Yeah. Well,
See
that
what I'm
makes sense.
saying?
Yeah.
What kind were you?
I was in the Army, so kind of gay.
What kind?
What outfit did you
What
wear?
flavor?
What are you doing here in Texas? Are you here for South by Southwest in Austin?
No, I am promoting my debut stand-up comedy album. It's called Live from January 6th. It comes out next Tuesday.
Fuck off. Is that really the title of it?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Where's it dropping at?
iTunes and Amazon.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. Making fun of the day, making fun of the Biden administration, the lockdowns, and then it's a good selection of like jokes that I've had just from the last 10 years or so of doing stand-up.
That's awesome. So since that is the title of your special, how hard did you laugh that day? Because Dan and I were live on air. We're on air every day. That happened to be one of those magical times.
We were live
on
with
air.
Francis Ellis. I
Yeah.
don't know if you run into
Oh,
him. up
yeah,
there
I
or
know who
not.
he is.
Yeah.
But he's a buddy of ours, and we were live with him. And then like after it kind of started getting super weird, he just sat there and he was staring at the screen like, "Hey, you need to go, dude, because you run a media company too."
Yeah,
Like, you should
Wow.
probably
he was the
do that.
senior editor of Bro Bible at the time.
Yeah.
So like, he was
Wow.
just like, he goes,
Nervous,
guys,
yeah.
I hate to do this, but he's like, I've got to make my own content. And I was like, no, I understand. Godspeed. And we were on air for like another 6 hours afterwards.
Doesn't that feel like a girl leaving you in bed to go masturbate, though?
Kind of, but I will say this: as it was going on,
I
the
have to
image,
make
like,
my own content. Goodbye.
yeah, exactly. But as you're watching it, and tell me if you feel the same. When you were watching it, like Dan and I found it really hilarious as time was going on, right? Like,
What
oh my
was
God,
funny about it?
The guy with the horns,
The Viking man,
the
yeah,
Viking man
podium
going
man.
in,
The
and then-
fact that everybody stayed inside of the velvet ropes.
Yep.
And the selfies being taken and the weird interactions between, like the violent shit, obviously.
How
nobody
well
thought that was
behaved
funny.
most people were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was to me. We got a good chuckle out of it, right? And then they deleted the episode off of YouTube.
Wow.
It was all gone. But to other people around us, 'cause we didn't know Francis that well at the time, just watching his face on screen, and he was just like, "Oh fuck," because he had his computer up, and he was just, "Oh fuck, is this going down?" And I go, "Yeah, Francis, this is really going down," because we had to tell him during the middle of the show. I go, "Hey, dude, if I seem distracted, the reason why is like a bunch of people just walked into the Capitol building," and he was like, "All right, but how many is a bunch?" And I was like, "Man, it's a fucking lot. You should probably turn on your computer." And
it's
so
like-
he did, and he
Wow.
goes, "Oh fuck. Where were you, and what did you think?"
I went there to cover the events as like kind of an independent journalist type. I was there in November to cover the Stop the Steal rally. I was there in December, and I was like, I'm going to go in January. And I figured that the January rally would be covered the way the other two were, like where the mainstream media just does an early morning flyover. Oh, there's nobody here. It's a non-event. And then they underplayed it. And I was like, I know they're lying to us about these events and how many people are there. So that's why I went to January 6th, and there was like, I think about like 2 million people there, and it just the numbers they reported are much lower. And most people, it was like an awesome, and I get in trouble for saying it was a chill time,
Yeah.
but for most people, it was a chill time. It felt like Woodstock. Everyone's out with their flags and singing, praying with their kids. Some people are in costumes. They've got their dogs out. It's just like flags and a chill time. Like I was on the side of the building that like none of the shenanigans was going on.
Yeah.
People were just climbing up. Like if you remember that one image of like the sandy colored wall and
Yeah.
people were climbing up, I was near there. I remember I was looking at it. I was like,
Well, that's where
I bet
Alex
I could
was
climb
too,
that
right?
shit.
Alex was up at the top of those steps
Yeah.
giving a speech.
Alex
and-
Jones.
Yeah, then he was
Yeah.
like, hey, like he's actually said it on this show. At some point, he was like, hey, telling the cops, like, hey, you need to get these people the
Yeah,
fuck out of
he was
here.
trying to get them
because
to
people are getting
calm
riled
down.
up and we need to get the fuck out of here. And then he was just like, fuck this, I'm leaving.
I gotta go.
Yeah, like, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't blame him. To be honest, my old first sergeant was there. And he said the same thing. He was there with his wife just to like take part in the fucking demonstration. And all of a sudden, he started hearing people like the Ray Epps guy, for example, yelling like, storm the fucking Capitol. He was like, all right, we're fucking getting out of here. I'm not getting involved in this stupid shit.
Did you think about climbing the wall? You said
I did. I thought about it. If I had been there alone, I might have, because I just was like, I don't see any girls climbing that wall. I bet I could physically do it.
You could probably get out of the charges if you said it like that.
Yeah.
Like,
that's exactly how I felt. And but I was like, I'm glad. I was like, let me just be professional. I'm just gonna I'm just here to video. And I was with my girlfriend at the time, so I was like, I didn't want to leave her because she's tiny and 90 pounds. I was like, I don't want to lose her, so we just hung together.
No shit.
Yeah.
And then when did you bounce? Before people breached the Capitol?
I
or
was
afterwards?
there. I made a full day of it. I was there all day, and we had no clue people were doing what they were doing until we left because the cell service was all jammed. We could barely live stream, barely post, barely tweet. When we were walking away 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, walking away from the Capitol building, you're finally getting reception again, and you're like, oh my God, shit went down today? Where was this happening?
Yeah.
Because we saw people just climbing up a wall, maybe just to get hey, I'm on top of the building, hey, take a picture. I didn't know people were going in, the pictures of people inside with the, walking past the barricades and stuff and the velvet ropes. I didn't even know, because I don't know what the inside of the Capitol building looks like. And I was like, wow, where the fuck was that happening?
Yeah.
And then, of course, finding out about oh man, some girl was shot. That fucking sucks. But there were no cops. There was nobody stopping us from going anywhere, walking anywhere. I didn't see any instigators there that day. I didn't see Ray Epps. I didn't see anybody be like, come on. But it was always a planned march point. It was the day before there were speakers. And then the morning of, it was okay, we're all meeting up at 8 a.m. There's speakers. Trump was supposed to speak at 11. I think he didn't get there till noon. And then at 1 o'clock was always go to the Capitol.
Okay.
It was a planned point. It wasn't yeah, let's do it. It was it was just going to be a march point, the whole weekend or the whole couple of days, because I think it was a Wednesday.
If you everything you're describing, I have a fear of missing out. It's bad.
FOMO?
I got FOMO, and I it sounds like Woodstock. I missed out on Woodstock.
It was very cool.
I have whatever the opposite of FOMO is. I don't want to be involved in anything. Just leave
yeah. You just want to be at home in your house.
Yeah.
Fear of getting arrested for no reason.
No, I don't
FOGO.
care about that.
It's a fear of getting out. Yeah.
I just don't want people talking to me and looking at me and shit.
No, I understand that. I understand
That's
that
why
for sure.
I'm the opposite.
There's a barrier here between the camera and human beings.
Obviously. And then when you go home, we don't know what happens there.
Well,
I know what happens.
No.
Snuff films.
We sit on the couch and watch TV and get really fucking high.
And really high, yeah.
Yeah, and have all three of our dogs on the couch.
Okay.
That's pretty much what we do.
What kind of dogs do you have?
Cane Corso and 2 Boston Terriers.
What's a cane corso? Is
It's
it
a-
big enough to
It's
overpower you? Because that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah. It's a big Spanish war dog, basically. Or Italian. I don't know. Brittany will fucking correct me in the chat here.
It did its job and attacked Giorgio when he walked into the door.
That's true, yeah. And Giorgio is a very suspicious person.
I mean, look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, look
Is that
at
the
this
guy
guy.
with the overalls?
No,
it's him.
It's this guy right here. The guy right there.
The guy that looks like a young Joe Pesci before Home Alone.
Great beard, though.
Yeah.
It's a great beard.
Italian war dog, yeah. But he's a big pussy.
Who
in
is?
real life? Loki.
Oh, okay.
Cane Corso.
Because I was like, Giorgio's not.
I would
I've
completely
got money on
disagree
Giorgio.
With that, your dog is not.
No, dogs react that way when they get scared. That's all that is.
You ever choked out a dog, Giorgio?
I thought I might have had to that night. I was up on their table kicking something in between us.
Yeah.
I have a holy shirt because of that.
Did the dog fucking chew through the shirt?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I mean,
Dan.
Yeah, which is because here's the other side of the story. Earlier in the evening when Nick showed up, he and Sarah sat on the couch and Logie just ran right over to him and started fucking rubbing his head on him and getting him to pet him and shit.
Yeah.
Then Giorgio shows up and all of a sudden it's fucking game time.
So that's the dog right there?
Wow.
I trust the
that
dog.
That dog fucks.
Yeah, look at that thing.
If you go to Brittany's page, she's got a picture of her.
That dog
with
works out.
Fuck, that's a dog, dude.
I mean, Loki's a little bit of a runt. He's only about 95 or 100 pounds, but he's still very strong.
That's a
a big
fifth
dog
grader.
still.
Yeah, that's a fifth grader, dude.
I have a black lab.
Yeah, scroll
56
down.
pounds.
There's a picture of her and the dog on our boat, I think, somewhere down there. Let's see, keep going down.
with probably like a
Keep going
400-pound
You got a dog?
jaw strength.
You got a dog, Chrissie?
My boyfriend's
There it
mom
is.
has 2 dogs. Like one,
Yeah, throw
and
that
like
one
I'm
up
around
there.
them all the time. So
There
like
he
yeah,
is.
golden doodle and a cavapoo. Oh,
That's the dog.
You can't
in
tell
real
how
life.
big he is there, but he's about 100 pounds.
That thing
Such
will
a good boy.
chew your face off, dude.
No, he
Wow.
wouldn't do that.
I think so.
Nah.
Giorgio lost his shirt, right?
Even when he fucking fights my little Boston Terrier, they get into it every now and again. He just kind of pushes him into the ground and with his snout. He doesn't like fuck him up. He could easily fuck him up.
Giorgio lost a shirt. What's your side of the story, Giorgio?
I carry a gun now when I go to Dan's house.
That's why, though.
I actually think it might be appropriate to hand. So he's got an e-collar, a shock collar. I think you should give the shock collar remote to the guest.
Oh,
Wow.
dude.
Right? That way, if you feel threatened at any time, actually, so
I did that one time.
We
Is
got
that fucked up?
We got
I don't
one.
like that.
We got one for my youngest Boston Terrier because he's been being a dick to that dog recently. So Brittany bought him one on the interwebs, put it on him, and I was picking it up the other day to put it on the charger, and he was still wearing it, and I accidentally hit the button, and he was just sleeping in his bed at the time. He was like, "Bark," and I was like, "Oh shit, my bad, dude."
That's what you get for relaxing.
I felt pretty bad. Like he had been sleeping for like 45 minutes in that bed, not making any trouble, and all of a sudden zapped his ass.
Oof.
Yeah, he was not thrilled about that.
Yeah, there was a time. So we had I was in Los Angeles, and we had a new dog, and we had a shock collar for it because it couldn't bark. Like that was the rules. Like, hey, dude, get the throat ripped out or whatever they do to anti-bark the dog.
You did that?
I did not do that.
Okay.
I didn't. So I got the shock collar instead. So if it barks, it would shock. Yeah, and then somebody came over to the house and they were like, dude, that's really fucking cruel to the dog. And I was like, can't be that cruel. I'll put that fucking thing on right now. Let's go. Let's shock it up. So we put the shock collar on, and then we kind of went around the horn.
You put it on yourself.
Yeah. But there was like maybe 5 or 6 people there at the house, and then it's various levels. So we were seeing who could go the highest with it. I got to a 7, and I was pretty proud of that.
Wow.
But then there
7
was
out of what? Like 100?
out of 10.
Oh.
7 out of 10. But there was a guy that was very similar to Giorgio, dainty frame, wrestler.
About 5'3",
5'3",
110 pounds,
135, soaking wet. And this motherfucker went a full 10, and I was like, God damn it,
Wow.
dude. It's always the little ones that surprise you. It's always the little ones that surprise you.
Actually,
Full 10.
what we found is the dog responds better to the vibration than the shock for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe it's a female dog.
No,
Yeah.
it's a dude.
Oh.
Is it?
And I don't think it's becoming aroused by the vibration. I think it just rattles his whole brain. And that's more shocking than just getting kind of electrocuted a little bit.
Any chance that there was some gender reassignment on the dog?
I've sewn a number of things onto him, but nothing's taken so far.
Okay.
He's still got a hog.
Yeah.
And his balls, too. We thought about getting his balls cut off at some point because he was so rowdy. But Mike Ritland told me that that's a really bad idea to do that.
Really?
To neuter them?
Yeah, it keeps them in puppy mode for the rest of their life. And
Wow.
their bones, like when they have hip dysplasia later in life, especially with bigger breeds like that or German Shepherds, it's because they don't have testosterone going through their system and shit like
Wow.
that. So
I
it's
was
super detrimental for the dog to neuter them,
I
apparently.
was doing Mike's show yesterday, and there was a guy had a truck with like 2 dogs in cages, and they were like, not Malomars, because I know that's a marshmallow treat, but like these dogs, the
Malinois?
name, yes. And he said these are like angry; they're meant to bite people. And I was like, what situations?
Wait, Mike who?
Mike
Ritland.
Oh, he told you that
She
they were
did Mike-
Well, I
you-
saw these dogs.
You did
like,
Mike
as I
drop
was-
yesterday?
Yeah. And
He's
as
on
I
our
was-
network.
And I was coming in. Yeah, he was telling me I was coming in. I saw these dogs like in crates on this truck. And I was like, I want to pet these dogs. They're like, no.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't do it.
he's so good at doing that stuff. It's very hard to have an actual working dog that is still good around families and stuff, and that's what he specializes in.
Wow.
That's why his dogs cost tens of thousands of dollars.
You can
Like, a
strangle
lot.
bait in front of the dog, and it'll be your spotter.
Yeah.
So, like, if you lose your footing,
It knows how to use an AED.
correct,
Basically, so
yes,
it
it'll
can
knock
bring
you.
back.
It'll knock you down and be
Yeah.
like and bring you back to life.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it does
kidding.
chest compressions with just its paws.
CPR.
It's got a narco pen.
yeah.
Jam into you and wake you up. Stop strangle baiting. The dog is here.
CPR.
That would be a really interesting episode of Lassie, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Timmy's stuck in the well. What do you mean he's stuck in the well? Well, he had a belt around his neck. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh man, I'll never forget the first time I saw that Keith Carradine when he strangled
It's
him.
not
strangled
Keith,
himself.
that's his son.
Is it David?
It was David
It's
Carradine.
David. Okay, I always get those two confused. But there was a photo right after he did it. He strangled baited, and he was painted like a geisha, and he's in a closet. He was in the closet in this, in like Japan.
Damn.
It was all fucked up. It was all fucked up.
That seems like a lot of work to paint yourself up like a geisha
Yeah.
just to strangle
just
bait.
to get off. I mean, look, people do it all the time. We had a clown pornographer on the show one time, and the makeup and work that's involved in that.
But she's an entertainer. She's making
her
money
name
from that.
Hozo the clown?
She is. No, that'd be great though.
Bozo.
We'll hit her up and let her take it.
Like,
But
you should just rebrand. Yeah.
when she was on the show, she was like, "Hey, what time are you guys taping?" And we were like 8, and we were live, I think, in Orlando. And she goes, "All right, cool. I just needed to know because I've got to put the makeup on, so that's going to take like 4 hours." And I was like,
4 hours.
God damn it. Yeah, it's clown makeup. It's not easy. People think it's easy just to paint yourself like a clown. Like, it's difficult. Like, you see those memes, and you're like, I could probably do that. You can't do that. It takes somebody else.
You got to keep the white separate from the
Whoa.
colors.
Gosh. Again, you have 9. Use them wisely.
Does that count as one? Okay.
No, but you were getting close again.
I wanted to.
I feel like you were getting close. How was Mike's show?
It was great. It was fun. I saw he had a display of cop chips. I don't know what they were. They were like different circles.
They're challenge coins.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Cop chips.
Cop
Wow, that's definitely the dumbest thing I've heard in a while.
No, it's
honestly.
great. It's chips for cops to
They were
eat.
chips.
They were chips, yeah.
They were like adult pogs.
It's very clearly
Yeah.
a coin, but yeah, it's an adult pog. That's a reasonable thing to say.
It's like
not
a poker
A cop
chip.
chip was not a reasonable
Cop chip
thing to say.
I could see cops eating them. If they got hungry enough, they would probably eat
No, it
them.
was
Remember, like, this is a real thing that back in the day, you would have a chunk of fucking gold or something, and somebody would like, hey, I want 2 bits for my fucking bag of rice or whatever, and you would take 2 bites out of it and hand it to them.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's how COVID got started for real, I think. It's just spitting on your currency and handing it to people.
maybe they were doing that in Venezuela as of like, God, I want to say it was early 2021. They were all standing in line. Bob, look up that photo if you can. They're all standing in line holding their gold, and they're waiting to go into some place to pay for shit. And you're just like, God damn, that seems fun. Like, that seems like a lot funner than stick your credit card in with your fucking password and everything else.
Yeah.
Just let me give you a little chunk of gold and be on about my day. Like, that's a
Yeah.
lot funner than the shit we have now.
I like to be able to see the thing, hold it,
Yeah.
not this invisible currency bullshit.
I don't want Bitcoin. I want real gold in my hand where it's like, great, just cut me off a sliver of that, and
Yeah.
I'll weigh it in front of me, and then I can leave.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll get there or not.
I hope so.
I want to go back in time like that. I feel like that would be a nice hipster thing to do. Where if you're going to use rollerblades, roller skates, let's go back to fucking gold.
Cop chips.
Yeah, cop chips. It's like those Ren fairs, those Renaissance fairs, because that's a whole thing now too,
Those
where
people
people
are
go.
horn dogs. They just
Are they really?
Yes.
You think they're all fucking?
Yes.
I always wondered that.
They're all super kinky. They're all just basically like hippies. They work like one season out of the year, and they all like just like fuck in the woods.
But they're wearing so much leather. How do you clean it properly without stinking?
No.
Because
We
every time I
don't.
go to one of those things, it stinks.
Stink is part of the vibe there, though.
Yeah, so it's like a very OBJ
Stink
situation.
culture.
Oof. God damn
What's
it.
OBJ?
He's a football player.
Who likes to get shit on.
Oh.
Yeah,
But also,
that's
he
his
like
kink. That's his kink.
This stripper that he allegedly fucked for a while went on some podcast and said that he liked to get shit on. That he would tell her like
What to eat?
I'm going to be in this city, so I want you to fucking fly there and eat these things and don't shower. Or
Don't
clean
shower,
your,
yeah.
Clean your vagina for 2
Yep.
or 3 days or whatever. It was very specific.
He was like, I want it smelling musty. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, he went into the whole thing.
But I don't know what. I don't know if any of that's real.
Me neither, but it's a fun story. I think it's real because I listen to that girl's podcast.
I'm sure it's super fun for him,
Not
for
at
his
all.
family to hear that. That's
God.
probably super fun.
And
Or any-
we'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Whenever I think of OBJ, I don't think, oh, hey, he just won the Super Bowl. I
It
think,
didn't-
No, he got shit on. He
it
likes to
didn't
get
help
shit
that he
on.
was playing for the Browns at the time.
No, and that's true. That's a true story. Bob, pull up that photo. Is that the Venezuelans with the gold? Look at that. They're all getting ready with their gold, dude. Just shaking it around in a little cup.
Russia just passed something through their parliament this week that is allowing for gold purchases and sales without tax.
Really?
Yeah, so I think maybe they're worried about the death of the petrodollar, at least in the Western market.
Okay.
There's a lot of interesting shit going on there. But
Yeah, it's fun in the world right now. Like, when
fun.
you're
It's
not
so
in the
fun.
war, it's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like, the memes and everything are really fun. And then the people who pretend to care, where you're just like, you don't fucking care.
Yeah. I think it's best to just not pretend to care.
Yeah, and I'm not going to. Where I'm just
Yeah.
kind of like, all right. I wake up every day and I'm like, we have no dog in this fight. What happened today? Who fucked somebody up? You know?
Yeah.
The grandmother telling that cop to fuck off. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's true, but it looks great and it's a fun story. Like the people who told that Russian ship to fuck off on Snake Island.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, they were all executed. Turns out they weren't. They were arrested. But all of it's fun.
It's a good story.
It's a good story, and that's kind of all we really want these days.
Yeah.
They should
just a good, fun story.
They should hire like Bryan Singer, and who else does superhero shit? What's that fat dude's name that was in Swingers?
Vince Vaughn?
No,
Favreau?
John Favreau.
Yeah, John Favreau.
Not fat and Swingers though.
What's
No,
that?
no, he was super slim in Swingers. Look,
He got.
he's getting to the point now where
He doesn't care anymore.
It's. I mean, maybe you reach a level of wealth where obesity doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, he was. So he's doing a new series on Netflix called The Chef.
Does great work though, by the way.
Yeah.
like I love Favreau.
So do I.
Did
I
he
want him
make
to.
Iron Man
I want him
movies?
to live
All the
longer
Iron
so
Man
he can
movies?
make more movies.
He will.
Also-
when you're that rich, he's not going to die.
Women find him attractive no matter what his size is.
It's
100%.
because he's very charming and extremely talented. You don't have to look great.
Yeah, my wife likes bigger dudes, right? And she was like, dude, look at fucking Favreau. She was watching the Chef Show. And I was like, fuck, dude, does he have his own Chef Show on Netflix? And I was like, is he any good? And she goes, no, but when you're that rich, it doesn't matter. You can you can make your hobbies a reality on television where you're like, what do you want to do?
Everyone's subjected to your hobbies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was Zac Efron did one on Netflix where he just traveled around the world with his two dumb buddies.
Ugh.
And he's dumb as shit. And then he was talking about like the waterfalls in like Uruguay or wherever the fuck he was.
Can you believe how the water just falls? That's why they call it a waterfall.
That's the whole series.
In the background, it's me loading a gun, racking around in, and just fucking blowing my brains out of the side of my head.
But that's what it is. There's a new one too with, God damn it, dude. Oh, Will Smith. Will Smith is doing one for Discovery where he goes all over the world on like safaris and all that shit. But at least he admitted it. There's one point where he just turns in the camera and he goes, isn't it amazing, dude, when you just get this famous that you can just make people do shit with you around the world? And I was like, that's great.
Good for you.
Well, I can you imagine? I don't know if Keanu Reeves has. If he's probably too introverted to do something like that, right? Mm-hmm. But he would be because he's kind of a I hate the phrase global citizen, but he's a guy that's lived and been to a lot of places and worked with a lot of different people, and one that's maintained his real identity as a genuinely good human being for decades, despite enormous wealth and fame.
He gives a lot of money away
Yeah.
and like gifts to his crew, and he's very generous.
One of the very few. I mean, Will Smith seems like that too. I haven't heard. I've heard some weird shit about Will Smith, but never any negative shit.
What's
You know
the
what I mean?
weird shit you've
Like
heard
sex
besides
stuff.
Scientology?
Just sex stuff and Scientology. But
That's true.
I don't care about that shit.
The sex stuff is true.
Yeah, the Scientology shit is worse for me than I don't care what he does with his dick. That doesn't bother me as long as he's not raping people.
The other part about it is he has an agreement with his wife. So, like, are you really fucking hurting anybody at that point?
Yeah, it seems like he was
It's
a little
long
more hurt than
leash.
she was about all that.
Which is weird because
Yeah.
he was boning some of the elite, like Margot Robbie, and I was like, God damn.
Wow.
Dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But you just couldn't flaunt it in public or be caught or anything else. Those two fuckers have been discreet over the years. Where like I didn't know about that story until she told it. Where it's the one that meme of him crying, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh fuck, I didn't know because they keep everything super locked down. All those Scientologists.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
Scientology even let him do that. To be honest, that shows you how fucking powerful Will Smith is.
Well, usually
Wow.
they set it up for you at the church.
Yeah.
So you go there and do whatever fucked up shit you want to do, and then
No.
leave.
I mean the interview that they did. He and Jada.
Oh,
Like I'm surprised Scientology let that happen. That shows you how powerful Will is. Because if it was anybody else, Tom Cruise would have shut that shit.
I heard they got out of it. So I know Laura Prepon and them got out of it. Like a lot of people jumped ship after that Leah Remini shit. Did you watch that?
No.
Oh, dude, you didn't watch that docuseries?
I don't think a lot of the fucking normal LA people who are Scientologists knew about that Florida bullshit, that slavery shit that was going on. And then once they found that out, they're like, all right, cool. Like it's mostly white people, but we still can't be involved in slavery.
Right.
Like there's got to be a line somewhere, and slavery is apparently the line.
That's the line.
Yeah.
That's always the line.
Can't
usually.
we just call it an internship?
Unpaid internship
Yeah.
is code for slavery, for sure. Or at least indentured
They're
servitude.
getting college credit. Experience?
Experience on the job experience? What are
Yes.
you getting there?
No college credit, but you do get $7 per diem for food. So that's not bad.
That's not terrible, but you have to buy it from the people you're working for.
Correct. Yeah. That's how the manufacturing in America used to be, right?
Yeah.
So they would build a mill, and then they would build a town around it for everybody to live in, and they would build stores that your currency only worked at those stores.
Oh, wow.
It's called feudalism. You may have heard of it.
Dude. Yeah. Chrissy, now's the point in the show we get to the Drinking Bro of the Week, which is someone who has inspired you or helps you become the lady you are today.
Really?
Yeah, who'd you like to give
What,
the
it has
Brother
to be
Week to?
one of you two?
No.
Oh.
No, dude.
How would we have inspired anybody?
I don't know. You
And
inspired
also,
me.
like doing 1,000 shows, we just get everybody to thank us on the show.
We should actually start doing that.
It's a good bit.
Which one of us inspired you more in the last hour?
Which one of us has really changed your views on the world?
Oh, okay. Wow, there's so many. And I know everyone says Jordan Peterson, but I think lately, Kevin Samuels, Jesse Lee Peterson have been very interesting to observe. Just like their take on kind of like giving women advice. It's very like different and kind of refreshing.
How so?
They're definitely not sugarcoating anything. Like, a lot of people don't like Kevin Samuels because he'll just, like, tell a woman to her face, like, yeah, you spent all this time becoming, like, a girl boss, being a CEO, when, like, guys don't really give a shit about that. Like, they just want somebody young and hot, and you wasted all this time to make a living. And it's like, fuck, all of our programming and messaging is like, yeah, you got to be independent. You got to, like, you got to focus on your career.
It does seem like there's some level of shame attributed to women who just want to, like, raise a family.
Yeah, because
which
it's
is weird.
Like, it's seen as like, oh,
that's
you're
the hardest job. That's the hardest job.
Like,
too.
I never run into women in the business world, and there's a fuckload more in media than maybe any other industry, to be honest. Any other like top level industry, we run into them all the time. I never run into a woman that's in the industry and feel like, man, you should really be back home. But if a leftist sees a woman that just like, hey, I want to fucking have kids and raise kids. They're like, oh, you fucking piece of shit. Like,
bow down to the man.
Who cares?
Like, that woman is setting
want.
anybody back. It's like, no.
Yeah, like do what the fuck you want to do.
Mm-hmm. You have to be miserable like me and get cats.
Yeah,
and masturbate till you're dead.
Till you're dead, all right? I want you masturbating in your 80s.
Brittany is saying in the chat here that I think being a mom is easy. Correct, I do.
It looks great. It
No,
looks
it's
like
not
the
easy.
life.
Oh yeah, come on, man.
It is not easy.
Like, so how hard is it to heat up ravioli and hand you a fucking iPad?
Dude. Every woman
Make
in
a
America is going to come after you.
Heat up
now.
ravioli
In the bathroom.
and hand your kid a fucking iPad.
Nope.
That's all it is.
That's what you're trying to avoid, is heated up ravioli and an iPad. So
Yeah, don't do microwave.
it's trying to keep them from that. That's the hardest
Yeah,
thing.
but you fail every single day at it.
Well, everybody does.
So, I mean, how hard is it to fail every day? Biden does it every day.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he's having a hard time at it.
It's not like you're failing. It's like you could be a D+ mom or you could be like an A
Minus.
mom.
Yeah, an A- mom. Where it's just
But you're
like,
going to give your kids something to eat. Like, it'd be very hard to just like not forget to feed your kids because they're going to make noise.
eventually.
That's the problem I would have as a single mom, or a stay-at-home mom rather, is the noise. Otherwise, I can fucking set up a Netflix kids account. I can do that. Yeah. I can hand somebody an iPad. I can any time of the day. I can do it.
There's Disney Plus now.
Oh man,
Disney
that
Plus.
fucking catalog is
Brittany
so
gets
fucking
mad at me.
clutch.
She's like, "What about the fucking laundry and the food?" Like, I can pay somebody to do that shit. Although if I was a stay-at-home mom, I probably couldn't pay somebody.
No,
to do that.
dude. You can't.
Look, I'm speaking.
Hard.
I'm speaking from a position of privilege, which is my privilege. People always accuse people of having privilege. Like, okay, I have it. I'm going to use it. Michael Jordan could jump really fucking high, and he used it to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
I can't use my privilege to pay people to fucking do shit I don't want to do.
You can.
Everyone's got some kind of privilege.
Of course.
Well,
and
I don't know if Patton Oswalt has any privilege. Like
He's like leftist Twitter privilege. Like there's a lot of
does,
people
yeah.
that will just
That's
yes
true.
and anything he says.
He's
People have
weird.
his back. He can say and do the dumbest shit, and people be like, yes.
He's got the blue check
his
mark.
wife could
Yeah.
die. He could get engaged like 8 months later, and everything's fine. We're like, all right, sweet.
Yeah, he's just bloated and accepted.
Yeah. Speaking of privilege, it was our privilege to have you on this program today.
Oh, gosh,
Chrissie,
wow.
tell everybody where they can find you on social media and all your fun stuff.
Yes, check out the Chrissie Mayr podcast. New episodes 4 times a week on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud. I'm on Compound Media Mondays at 7 o'clock Eastern. My show's called The Wet Spot on Compound. And, I mentioned my album, Live from January 6th, comes out next Tuesday. It's available for pre-order now on iTunes and Spotify. And also I got dates coming up. I'm going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina at Good Nights on the 17th, Savannah, Georgia at the Wormhole on the 19th, and Side Splitters in Tampa, Florida on the 20th. And I'd love to see you guys at a show.
Yeah. Look, I got a house in North Carolina. I love Raleigh. Raleigh's a fun town. Have you been?
I have been. Yeah, my brother lives out there.
My brother
no
lives there
shit.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's
All
fun.
my brothers.
I enjoy Raleigh. It's fun as shit, man.
Yeah.
People don't know, but they're like, oh, Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm like, dude, go
It's like
there.
an afterthought.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
might go there, and they've got like a huge amphitheater there, and they got an NHL team now too. So it's just like, all right, cool, let's go, Raleigh.
It's a nice, like, inoffensive
It is.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan. Big fan of you, dude. You're funny as shit.
Wow,
thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'm sorry I was late.
I mean, that's all you need to apologize for. But it was your day. It's International Women's Day yesterday.
It's
so
my day.
We're
Yeah.
celebrating it for you, so we'll let it slide today. If you were late tomorrow, though, no.
It's
That's a
over.
no-go. It's a
Yeah.
fucking no-go,
We
dude.
have beef jerky for you.
Do you really?
Yeah.
From where?
From, what's it called?
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's? All right.
Yeah.
Grab the beef jerky. Grab the beef jerky. Oh, you have it right now?
They're not a sponsor,
They're not a sponsor on the show.
but we will.
We love jerky.
We do love jerky, yeah.
Oh, shit. This is Buc-ee's has got their own fucking jerky
Yep.
now? God damn, dude. They rich? Buc-ee's is rich,
It's
dude?
a big store, but it's very organized.
It is. It
Yeah,
is.
the brisket is so good.
How is it? Have you had it? Did you
We
recommend
had it on the road coming up here.
How long are you in town
We
here?
shared a pound of brisket, and I ate it with my bare hands while I drove here at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, I can smell it on you.
How long are you guys here?
I am leaving Friday morning, so I'll probably be driving back to Dallas tomorrow to hang out
This
or
is
do
good.
a couple more shows.
Go to Terry Black's and get brisket there for lunch tomorrow before you leave or something.
Terry
Yeah,
Blacks.
and then,
Okay,
and then
remember that.
tell us what you think. But
Not
Yeah.
a sponsor.
Not
sponsor,
also
they
not
should
they,
be.
they may
They
as
should
well
be.
be. I can't stop talking
Also,
about
if
those
that
assholes.
line's too long, go to La Barbecue.
Yeah, La
we'll be
Barbecue's
having
good.
Terry Black's on Saturday for the tattoo show.
Nice.
Mesquite peppered beef jerky from Buc-ee's. I gotta admit, it's pretty goddamn good.
Okay,
Way to
cool.
go, you guys. Proud of both of you. Proud of you. For D'Anthony Holloway, Chrissie Mayr, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin' Bros Podcast. Good night, everyone.